Yeah. All right. Welcome back to another episode. This is week 5, and
What's up, everyone?
I just gotta say, you are decked out. Before we really start the episode, you are just decked out in Disney. Like you were just drinking from the Disney 60th anniversary cup.
Oh, for folks that can't see it, here it is.
Yeah, and you're wearing the Run. Is that a Run Disney
It
hoodie?
is. No, it's not Run Disney. This is the Chalk Walk.
No, your hoodie.
Oh no, that's Disneyland Paris.
Oh, you went to Disneyland Paris?
No, my sister-in-law and her
Yeah, that's what I
fiance
was
got it
like.
for me.
Yeah. Okay, and then that's the Children's Hospital of Orange
Orange County.
County.
Yep.
Uh, walk in the park, right?
Yeah.
So you are just completely decked out in Disney tonight. That's incredible. Knowing that we are Disney fans, so I'm not surprised.
I mean, folks that see the video recording, they can see in the background of all the a partial view of all my Disney items in the back.
And I'll just say before we really jump into my Hawaii wrap up is you do run you do run a lot, and you did a lot of events, and you completed your coast to coast, so that's a big achievement.
Survived Dopey, even bigger.
Yep, exactly. That's I would say if it wasn't so expensive to do, uh in terms of you got to fly to Florida, you got to stay there, you got to pay for the race fees as a California. um it's it's quite a bit of an investment, but hey,
Worth
it's
it.
it's there you go. It wasn't worth it, and it is. All right, now we're gonna jump straight into my Hawaii special kind of wrap up. I for those that
Yeah.
are
How long have you been gone?
out there, I went there for a week. So it is generally something that I do with my wife. Is we fly out to Hawaii maybe once or twice a year, stay for a week, maybe a different island, maybe a different activity or a new hotel location, whatever. But we usually make our way to Hawaii, and a lot of love for the island. I hope to end up there someday. I have a 9 year plan, or at least it was 10 year plan, but now there's 9 years left
Ooh.
on this plan to hopefully get there. And I will say, I hope one day you can join me out there and we can surf some of the waves out there in Hawaii together. That would be pretty cool. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll
Make sure
do
to
a
stay fit.
stay fit. Yeah, that's definitely one thing. Or we you end up doing a run, and I do like the miniature run of that run.
I mean, was it the Oahu half marathon's pretty intense, or actually the full marathon over there is pretty intense. I heard.
On
The f-
Oahu, the
yeah,
Honolulu.
yeah, the full marathon medal. I believe they use actual gold in the medal.
I have no idea, but I know it is a very popular marathon that
Yep.
people do. I think it's like right around Christmas time or December. I don't remember exactly when it is. Um, but I gotta say, first off, I gotta give a shout out to Alaska slash Hawaiian Airlines for returning my surfboard to me after it made a detour to San Diego. And again, they handled it like first class. They handled it like white glove service, delivered it to my hotel, received it. Super, super excited and pumped up that was able to resolve itself like the same day that I arrived. So gotta say, they won me over as like a lifetime customer whenever I want to fly to Hawaii, just because of that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and going on with the rest of my trip, actually, you know, I've always enjoyed the island for its just like the people. The I always think of Hawaii as like the great melting pot, um, and it makes sense because it's in between United States mainland and Asia. So all the cultural influences of both sides of the Pacific, you get to see that in Hawaii, and every time I go, it's always something that always brings me back. And this time, I want to dedicate some time to 808 Cleanups. They are a nonprofit group out there, and my wife had an idea and asked me to look up something to do that we've never done before, and I stumbled upon 808 Cleanups on social media.
Did you volunteer?
Yep, we did.
Wow.
We volunteered, and this was not simple. This was actually labor intensive volunteer work, in the sense that they have different activities you can sign up for, but the one that I signed up for and then brought us to a new location is the Cocoa Head Crater Botanical Garden. So
Botanical garden. They have one there?
yeah, so what you'll most likely see oftentimes is people doing the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
you,
done
the 1,000+ steps. So, but once you get to the top, you can actually look down, and there's a crater. It's old volcanic crater, and in this crater, they actually transplant different species of endangered plants here to grow. And one of the activities I ended up picking was the removal of invasive species in the garden, which is basically gardening. We're gardening and picking out weeds, or weeds in the sense that they
They're
just
invasive.
in the area.
Yeah.
So my wife and I we got tools, gardening tools, and we were just whacking away, getting to the roots of these weeds, and it was about 2 hours of labor intensive, like, volunteer work, and it was incredible. We got an incredible knowledgeable guide to help us learn about the whole garden setup, to learn about the environment, the plants, and it was deeply enriching. So I recommend anybody who goes to Hawaii, look up 808 Cleanup, or 808 Cleanups. They're all over. You'll find them on Facebook. You'll find them on the website. Great organization, and just to fly out there if you're on vacation, it's a great activity to do. It's something different, and allows people to get to know the locals, to be immersed, and not just have the perspective of Hawaii as a paradise vacation. It is, people live here,
Yep.
and you have to treat it with respect and kindness, so that other people can come and enjoy the beauty and enjoy just what I get to enjoy. So that's the first big thing for me.
Was that a one-day thing, or did you do it throughout the week?
Oh, we scheduled it for a half day, the morning. But they have multiple locations. They travel all over. And again, this is the island 808 Cleanups on the island of Oahu. And I mean, it goes along with my my just like environmentalism side of just life. My philosophy is just try to take care of the world that we live in as best we can, and preserve it for future generations. And this is why I love to surf, because surfing just ties me to the oceans and to nature in a way that I just feel like just so ingrained. I don't know how to describe it. There's just nothing like it.
Yep.
It's a feeling like you just feel like I'm part of the environment, the ocean, the world that I live in, versus other things that
Sound like you're ready for the island life.
yeah. So I think that's the other thing that is I'll talk about the other side of stuff, but yeah, most people travel to Hawaii and they imagine, oh, I'm going to retire here, and they imagine retirement is the same as their vacation life. But I've
Not
been
quite, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I reframe my mindset. If I am going to move to Hawaii and live like a local, it's different. You're not going to have a hotel towel service and all this, and beachfront property and things and stuff like that. Unless you're super rich, then you can live out the rest of your retirement and vacation mode. But I don't expect that. I expect to live there more like a local person, a reasonable middle class person, just working, surfing, and just taking care of the environment around me and the people in the community. I think that's the biggest aspect, is the community. Like every time I go surf there, it's just a friendly atmosphere. At least that's the mentality I have, that I'm friendly, that you can be friendly, we can all smile and enjoy the waves together. We can enjoy being in the water together, and that's the aloha spirit that I always take with me. Versus when I surf in California, it's a different mindset.
Right.
When I surf in California, there's in my local break, it's not a tourist spot. I mean, it can be, but it's not known for it. So the people that surf there are really locals. People surf there a lot. Versus if you go to a tourist destination like Waikiki, most people are learning or just doing this on vacation for fun. So
you get a lot more friendly faces then.
Yeah, so you're not going to ride those waves and catch waves with this mentality of, oh, I'm on this wave, I get priority, or I'm in line, surf etiquette like that kind of goes out the window a little bit because people just don't know. So with that context, then it becomes more like a party. And that's why I love surfing there, because regardless of your skill level, you just have a good time with people left and right. Everybody's generally out there on vacation. There are locals, but that's the mindset. Hey, we're on vacation, let's have a good time, let's not get hurt. And that's the mindset that I really enjoy the most about being in Hawaii.
I think of that was that you're kind of out there, not the equivalent of pub stomping, but like level 1 slime grounds where people are in the beginner area meeting up, so you get a bunch of friendlies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, in World of Warcraft, you're in the beginning area. You're in the is it Everdell? Is that the first Silverdell? I don't remember that beginning zone anymore. But yeah, you're in that area. You're just
Goldshire.
Like, yeah, you're just learning how things work, how to play, and if you're really good, you might help out other people. Yeah, it's exactly same kind of mentality and philosophy. Overall, just can't wait to go back. But there are some things that I would say that really helped me out on this trip, or some learnings. And I would say, number one, no particular importance or order, but just things. Again, shout out to my local library. I usually love reading on these trips. So I was able to almost get through 2 books. But the library is such a lifesaver, like a money saver. Normally, I would have to buy these books, and going to a library before my trip, I just checked out 2 books. It's like life-changing. I'm so stupid. I should have gone to a library to borrow all these books that I wanted to read instead of buying them every time I go on a trip. So visit your local library, borrow books, read, and just like save yourself some money at the end of the day. So I was able to
support your local library, folks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like such an idiot. Why did I rediscover the library in my 40s? I should have been doing this throughout my 20s and 30s. I think maybe because it's convenient for you to just buy it. Or
it's just going straight to you instead of you having to go out.
I think that's also, you're correct in the sense of like Amazon is so not evil, but just like they trained us so well to expect, hey, let's just go buy a book, click on it, and it'll arrive in your doorstep, versus going out to the library and checking it out. And I have to say, my library here is, they have video games, manga, graphic novels. Like it's not like old stuffy library. It is legit, like all forms of media that you can find at the library. So
I believe the library also provides you like a nature or a national parks parking pass.
Yeah, I at least in California. So definitely, I just continually walk to the library, borrow some books, and read them. I will not buy another book ever again, really, or buy it used or something. But oh my gosh, it was such a lifesaver. I didn't play any video games or anything. I just read, and not even on my iPad, or I didn't even bring my iPad. I just dedicated all my, like, the flight time to reading, and really just changed my entire. I was just like so happy that, just so rewarding, such a rewarding experience to borrow a book from the library and finish it and read it and then return it. Just feels like such a accomplishment.
It's like you're a kid again.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then the second thing I would say, and this is something that I learned in a couple instances, but it really started to smack me in the head. And I think I've even saw Reddit threads about this. Japanese toilets. So we stay at a hotel that has Japanese toilets. And
Which one is that in Hawaii?
Moana Surfrider.
Okay.
You'll actually find a lot of hotels have Japanese toilets because of the.
So they started renovating hotels to include them now.
A lot of them do. I would say like the upper, like 4 out of 5 stars and higher probably do because of the Japanese tourists. Or if it's a Japanese centric hotel, then you're gonna find a Japanese toilet. And as many people have discovered in America, and you obviously you have 2 of them I think installed in your home, 3. So I would say for those that have not, or those that have will understand, like, a Japanese toilet is
life changing.
Yep, it is life changing. But here's a couple things of why I think it's life changing. First, I remember going to your house. It's not the first time I encountered a Japanese toilet. I mean, I've seen them. I used them in hotels before, but it was when I went to your house and you had a sign that says "Please sit down." That like
this was one of the first few times you're visiting my house too.
That says "Please sit down" in the restroom, and I was like, "What the hell? Please sit down." And then I sat down because it's your house, right? Those are the rules of your home. And I was like, now I sit down in my own home, even though I don't have a Japanese toilet and I was just like, dude, this is just so much better. I don't have to clean pee splashes and like it doesn't get all over the place.
This is where it gets a little TMI.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it changes. Like, if you have a Japanese toilet,
it
sit
totally
down.
Changes how you use
the restroom,
the toilet.
Yeah, it just changes. So if you have a Japanese toilet, you would never stand up and pee into it. You would just sit down, for men at least, right?
Yeah.
That have the option. But it's like, that changed my whole perspective. So I went to Japan. This brought me back to my trip in Japan. And I was like, after I went to Japan and I sat down, and it was just like, I never stand up unless it's a urinal in like a public restroom. Like, you just sit down. Just sit down. It's what an experience.
So much cleaner.
Well, especially if you have a Japanese toilet, it's like
byproduct.
And for those that doubt what I'm saying, or just Google it or go to Reddit, and you'll see all the different threads and comments that people have made once they experience the Japanese toilet.
Yeah, I'm going to ask folks this question. When you guys wake up in the morning, would you rather prefer to sit on a brisk, cold toilet seat or a nice, warm toilet seat?
Okay, that doesn't always apply to everybody. Not every place is cold, okay? Some places are hot. And
I mean, the regular cold toilet, like the non-Japanese toilets, your old-fashioned ceramic toilet where it's just a normal seat, that thing's going to be cold.
Well,
I mean, using plastic toilet seats. Or something.
I mean that part I don't really care. Like I'm not a person that freezes. My butt's not gonna care if it's cold.
No, but when I'm waking up in the morning during, like, let's say winter, I don't want it to like wake
up. You live in Southern California. What winter are you talking about? It's never freezing cold. Oh my gosh.
There are occasions.
Oh my gosh, that's a little too much. I would say a little too much, a little spoiled there. But yes, Japanese toilets. If you ever visit someone's home and they have a Japanese toilet, you know what they value, and I get it now. Like, I totally get it. Like, if I had a home where I can install Japanese toilets, I totally would. And I'm not talking about, you can do the cheap version, which is just the lid, I think.
The seat, just the seat.
Yeah, and I think those are fine, but the ones that I've experienced
All
in
in
Japan, which is like it's
You want the all in one.
self cleaning, it's all that stuff. It's
Plays
got
music.
and it opens when you walk in, it closes. It's like, oh my god, that's incredible. You know, here we are in California, while we're talking about AI and stuff. I'm like, just make these toilets standard everywhere. Just make them everywhere.
It's
And-
not as expensive as people think they are either.
Well, compared to your old fashioned toilet, it is.
Yes, to those, yes,
Yeah.
but it doesn't cost as much as people think they cost.
Yeah, yeah. So, in terms of technology and technological,
Technological. No,
Yeah.
I'm blubbering the word.
technological improvements.
Technological. There you go.
Yeah, like that's where I see places in Asia where the consumer facing technology is just like just peak versus
Yeah.
business to business technology. So when we think about big cities like Tokyo or even Shanghai or these cities that have been built in the past 20 years or so, that modernized, that got up to date, it seems like they're from the future because we live in the United States. But in reality, I think it's not that they're in the future, they're just in the present. Like, hey, there's all this stuff that if we apply them on the consumer level, on the consumer facing level, it would make our lives better.
Quality of life increase.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Care for the people.
Yeah,
A bit
so
more on those things.
yeah, so I understand that side of the world and that kind of perspective. So yeah, those are kind of my big things recently. But overall, like, can't wait to go back to Hawaii. Can't wait to surf. The last thing I'll say, these are for my the one thing that I would do over again for this trip. I brought the wrong surfboard for this trip. There wasn't much power in the waves. Only 2 out of the 7 days it was actually pretty surfable, but the other 5 were just really small. I should have brought a higher volume board so I can kind of catch those rides with all the people in the like that are learning with the foam tops. I'll tell you, you can make up, if you lack skill, you can make up a large gap of it with the right equipment. And that's always one of the things is bring the right equipment for the conditions you're trying to surf in. That makes a huge difference. And of course skill and all these other things, but if you have the right equipment, that's like half the battle. So next time I'll definitely do a better research on the conditions to bring the correct surfboard.
So what'd you do for
Hawaii.
5 days and if only 2 of them were surfable?
I mean, they're all surfable in a sense, but it just takes a lot more effort because I have the wrong equipment. And I still surfed. I surf like pretty much every day, 2 times a day, maybe 4 to 5 hours a day. In fact, I feel I'm in the post-surf recovery phase right now, and I went to the gym, go back to my routine these past 2 days, and it was hard as hell back at the gym. So normally I go to the gym at the hotel as well, but I decided to give myself a little recovery. Not really recovery because I'm also surfing every day for 5 hours, so I figured I won't tire myself out to the point where I'm just dead. So I decided to skip the gym and my normal routine, but that was a mistake. I will never do that again. I'll go to the gym and still do my normal routine because I guess this is the other point. It's so hard for me to get back into I can get back into the routine and habit, but it's so hard for my body to lift weights right now and do resistance training because it's just so exhausted from surfing so much. So what I should have done was continually stay active in the gym, stretch, resistance train, maybe on a lighter load, but just keep my body continually going versus just surfing and thinking. My mistake was thinking if I just surf 4 or 5 hours a day, I'll stay active and that'll do it. No, I should have just kept going to the gym, go through my normal stretch routine, my resistance training routine, my plyometrics and things like that, so that I would be less fatigued right now. So
Wow.
this is the first time I've gone on many trips, and I've always kept my routine going. Go to the gym in the morning, surf uh, later in the morning, and then surf in the afternoon, and I've always felt fine. I thought by giving my body rest and skipping the gym completely that I would not have fatigue, but skipping the gym actually now I'm more fatigued. So I got to go
Is it
back
because
and
you're actually resting your body?
I don't know. I think it's a different, like surfing trains a different part of
Yeah.
the muscles and everything. So when I skip the gym, that
I mean,
sort of threw my body in a funk where it was like like taking a week off from the gym and getting back into the routine was uh, is a lot harder than I thought. Not extremely difficult, but I thought I could pick it up right back away. I'm gonna have to ease back into my routine.
is it? I mean, I think of it as shutting down the machine and then restarting it.
Yeah, pretty much. So all the things like all the exercise that I normally do, I just had to just start off a little slow and ease back into it. I think it'll probably take me a week, 2 weeks to get back into my peak like performance level, at least in the gym wise. So that was my other learning, is just continue to stay active. I mean, I was super active, 4 to 5 hours of surfing
Yeah.
every day, but it's a different kind of fatigue, different kind of training. And
I don't even run that long. I can't run that, or I
but
shouldn't be running that long.
well, you gotta keep in mind surfing is different. Like you're not
Yeah.
surfing continuously. I
Right.
mean, you
You're waiting
can.
for the waves.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the waves. You gotta paddle. It's different muscles.
Yeah.
So 4 to 5 hours. A lot of times a session may be like 2 or 3 hours, but you only surf like 20 waves. You might be paddling a whole bunch. Your wave time is not really that long.
Yeah. Like snowboarding.
Yeah, it's
Waiting to get into the lifts and whatnot most of the time.
exactly. So overall, can't wait to get back to Hawaii and again volunteer. That's gonna be one of the things. Enjoy the local foods, eat where the locals eat, not just tourist spots. Eat where the local people enjoy to get their food on a day-to-day basis. Go to the grocery store, get food there, and just
You got some food recommendations?
and
folks?
enjoy the people. I don't. I think in this day and age, just Google it. Like any recommendations I give is going to be the same as what you're going to find. It's not going to be any better or worse, but just be open to trying things. Uh, Try things out at least once, and then decide if you like it or not. If you like it, just go back. If you don't go back. It's that simple. And the one thing I will also put up here. I drank, and this is me discovering. Okay, probiotic soda, Olipop or
What is
Poppy.
that?
You'll see it. It's this product, and you go shopping next time at the grocery store. This helped me digest my digestive. Sometimes when you're traveling, your digestive system is out of funk
Yeah.
because you're eating different
sure.
foods. So, what kept me regular? What kept my fiber going? I ate a lot of fruit. Oh, I gotta talk about the fruit situation. That'll be my last thing to talk about on my Hawaii trip. Okay, so probiotic soda. It's probiotics, but it's soda form, and it tastes like Coke. It tastes like orange soda. It tastes like soda, but it's like only 20, 30, 50 calories. But it's got probiotics in them, and it just allowed me to stay continuously regular. Like I didn't have any digestive problems eating the food. It was great product when you're traveling, just to help your digestive system so you don't get into this funk where you're constipated and stuff like that. Because when you're traveling, you don't want to deal with that stuff. You just want
Yeah,
to,
constipation's a big thing.
yeah, especially like because of time differences and stuff. It throws off your whole system. So probiotic soda, I just bought it at Target, the grocery store, and I drank like 1 to 2 cans a day, and just probiotics. Okay, here, but usually I don't need any of that because I eat a lot of fruit. But this time, because of the recent storms in Hawaii,
Yeah, last episode you said there's no papaya.
yeah, so I was able. Before I left. There was a farmer's market, and they had fresh, ripe papaya, and I was able to eat papaya before I left the island, and I was so happy.
Did they
And
upcharge it?
it was like $7 for a papaya, which is kind of, it's farmer's market. They cut it for you and they peel it and all that, so it was worth it. And the second I bite into and have that first bite of Hawaiian papaya, oh, I just can't wait to go back to Hawaii and just eat Hawaiian papaya again. And I'll say there is a slight difference between Hawaiian papaya and Mexican papaya. But you have to try it out for yourself. They
I
sell
don't think
Hawaiian.
I've had Hawaiian papayas yet.
They sell Hawaiian papaya at Costco, and you'll see it at grocery stores. It's a smaller version. It's looks like a mango size. Mexican papaya is actually huge. Those things can be as big as like your
Jackfruits?
head. It's like a watermelon almost, depending on what. I mean, I've just seen them in like huge varieties. It's kind of outrageous. They're as big as my head. Just a giant. It's gigantic compared to Hawaiian papaya. But I like Hawaiian papaya because it's sweeter. And it's just. Oh, I'm so glad I just happened to walk into a farmer's market and they had it, and the lady was like, "Yeah, we just got this in. It was bad for like a month and a half because of the hurricane and storms, but the recent batch was able to ripen in time for them to prep it."
Wow.
And that's the end highlight for me, Hawaiian papaya. So if I had to recommend one food, that's the thing to try, Hawaiian papaya.
papayas.
Yep. You got to eat it. And I'm not the only person. It's actually, I talked to the clerk, remember, and that's how I got the story. And I'm not the first person to ask about it. There's multiple people who go to Hawaii who love Hawaiian papaya, and they ask what happened. A lot of tourists. So just like them, Hawaiian papaya, one of the best things to eat after a surf. And then sweet potatoes. If you find sweet potatoes at the Japanese market in Hawaii, that's also a great.
That's funny. I
Great.
actually bought a sweet potato earlier from a Japanese grocery store.
In the bag, cooked, roasted.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite surf. Papaya and sweet potatoes are the two things I love to eat after
It's a
surf
superfood
session.
too.
Yep, good carbs, complex carbs or something like that. It's just great. But yeah, that's a wrap of my Hawaii trip. And again, just can't wait to go back.
Yeah, I would love to go back to Hawaii one day.
We got to get a 2026 or 2027 trip together sometime and plan that out.
We'll see. It's going to be a little tough because I got something planning for October with my wife and I already. So depending on how vacation turns out.
Well, I know that your holiday is completely blocked out, so it'll probably end up being 2027. But we get something on the calendar. It might work out. Or maybe we'll just drive down over the summer and then go to Disneyland or something.
I thought we were trying to go to Hawaii, not Disneyland.
I mean, Disneyland is. I don't think of Disneyland as like a trip because, I mean, I could drive down, right, and just take a day, 2 days, and just drive down with the dogs and just hang out.
Yeah, you can experience my toilet again.
It's hilarious. And we'll end on that note. I look forward to experiencing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you still have that sign, right?
Yeah. There's also a sign outside of the door that says, "Shit happens."
Oh my gosh. Is that recent? I don't remember seeing that the
No,
last time.
that's been there for 7 years.
Okay, maybe I didn't make that connection when I saw it. Is it on the door?
Yeah.
Again, that I gotta say, like that restroom in your first floor, it's just like such an awkward place.
Oh, I know.
If there's a way for the door to be placed somewhere else, that would be incredible.
Yeah, I wish it were the case, but
What's the other side? Is the other side the garage or something?
So the other side of that's adjacent to the toilet or the bathroom's wall is
Yeah.
the closet under the stairs.
Closet under the stairs. Hey, you put a door there. I would just, that would be better. Seriously, just like walk through the closet under the stairs to get to the restroom. So it's like a secret restroom.
I mean, that'd be pretty funny to see.
But okay, so you got the kitchen, living room, you got the stairs. How about the other wall? Is that to the garage,
Which other wall?
or is there no other? Is it just straight to the kitchen?
Yep, it's just straight to the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, what a strange floor plan. I wonder how
It
it
is.
originally was. Like whoever
Like-
did the build out, the model build out or whatever. Is it the original or someone renovated it that way?
It's the original. I feel like they just built it vertically rather than like for a one-story type of environment.
Interesting. Because
So, like, Almost exactly the same upstairs in a sense where the layout,
yeah.
we're just using the same stuff. There's nothing different in a sense. I don't know.
All right. That's actually a interesting tidbit about your home. But next week we'll go back to our regular programming, where we'll share stories of what's happening in our week.
Yeah, that's a good call because this was just a recovery week for me.
Sounds good. All kind of worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you. Well, I'll see you again next weekend.
That's right. I'll see you next week.